Righty, righty, right. As I clear my throat. Welcome to the Perry 10K Share-a-thon, round 2. Thanks for coming, Myron. Nice to have you here. Thanks for joining us. A bunch of people are going to be piling in the room very shortly from the Perry 10K family and community. The room. All right. Nice to have you here, Marion. Thank you. Catchy, there you are. All right, let's spread the word out. My Twitter notifications is still not working. They're fixing it, I hope. One of those big challenges. So, yes, we're just getting at this slowly. And there's like 2 people in the room, 3. Let's get some more people in the room. Share it out. Invite. All right, let's get some folks in. Let's get the show on the road. Thanks for coming in. Welcome. This is the Perry 10K Share-a-thon. And this is round 2. Hey, good to see you, Tamara. Thanks for carrying around round 1. I'll kick off round 2. And if you'll be willing to stay on to time me, I'd appreciate that. Whoops, there's Mike. And I'll get to everybody in a moment. So welcome to the Perry 10K Share-a-thon. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for following along. Hopefully you watched round 1. Round 2 is kicking off, so you're going to get basically 10 different perspectives on being an entrepreneur, which should help you all out. So thanks for coming in. Cordelia, nice to have you in my scope. Thanks for coming in. And just going to show you, take off the tripod, the schedule. Here we go. So again, Perry 10K is the Perry 10K. That's the link there, .com/join. Share-a-thon round 2, and the topic today is what inspired me to become an entrepreneur. As if we made it 3 lines, you can read it without moving the phone around, but whatever. Well, thank you, Gillian. This is the running order. I'm leading off right now, top of the hour, actually 5 minutes to the hour, and then I'll go into 10 after, and then Ketchy comes after me, followed by Mark Broadwell, who's the massive leader, Timmy Terrell, the Dirty Southern, who's coming in sometime soon, and then Christy Thao, who I have not seen before in our share-a-thons. I'm looking forward to seeing her. Just a quick shout out for myself and Ketchy, because we were actually the 2 brave souls that carried the Perry 10K Share-a-thon, whilst Cindy and Katya were enjoying themselves out with my collaboration buddy Carolina at a wedding in. Kind of nice to see our worldwide family getting even further worldwide. It was great. So today's topic is what inspired me to become an entrepreneur. So I've got, I've got 2 minutes left to talk about Perry 10K first. Then I will get to, let me just go to the right place. Sorry, I want to get the website up before I flip the phone. All right, so this is where you can find out about perry10k.com joining. My face is in there, right there. The Perry 10K Share-a-thon. To join in is all the information about it, what the community is about, the different features and functions. This is Perry 10K membership, and it is a membership site. It's not something you just go say, I'm going to play and join in. Like other groups, this has got value and deliverables and some massive stuff in it. So that's us. All right, so that's the Perry 10K Share-a-thon. And if we go to the home page, there's our fearless leader, Katya, leading off the group. And we're about making things happen. And we even have a mobile app. That's how cool things are. So anyway, that's Perry 10K. Let's get back on with the topic, shall we? Thanks for coming in, and please go ahead and share this out on Periscope, on Facebook, on Twitter, all those places. And feel free to type in the comments and definitely tap the screen for hearts, and I'll get to the topic. Which again, the topic is what inspired me to become an entrepreneur. I should say what inspired you, but it's me. Hi Cindy, yeah, nice to see you too. It's funny, some things that Cindy said and Kachi said, and also other people have said, I caught glimpses of because I was busy doing other things in my business, really speak to this. And one thing that Cindy said was passion. And I want to speak to my evolution in my work to give you a context of my passion in my work. Nice to be here, Mike. Thanks for coming in. Welcome to the scope. Love to live fit. I didn't see who that was. Whoops, missed it. Please share this out and on Twitter and Periscope and Facebook, etc. And I'll get to the topic at hand. My current vocation, my mission, my purpose, my entrepreneurship is my 9th career, the last count. So I've had a few different jobs over the years, and I've tried lots of different things. From well, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. From being in manufacturing to being in corporate to being in commercial business, industrial work, working in creative arts. I've had a lot of different careers. And the truth was that none of them actually satisfied me because I was doing something for somebody else. And Katya was talking about the school system in the previous round, and I concur with that because the school system was not designed to inspire entrepreneurial spirit, independent thinking, and freedom to be ourselves. That's not their focus. Their focus is to train you to fit into a box. I was thinking a box. That was really hard to explain that word. Such a deep word. Being an entrepreneur is not fitting in a box. In fact, it's the opposite. Being an entrepreneur is blowing the box open. And that, for a lot of people, is extremely scary. Thank you for that, Tamara. And that's the thing. Being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. Absolutely not for everybody. And that's the good news and the bad news. The bad news is that you may try to be an entrepreneur that doesn't fit you. But the good news is there are other ways to work, employ, be a service, function, and do things another way. For some people, their ability to work in collaboration in a business is where they thrive more effectively as a cog in the wheel, or a cog in the machine, as it were. And that's their natural gift, which is fine. I don't. I do in certain arenas, but in employment, I've stirred the pot too many times. It's not my style. I'm a change agent naturally. I'm an instigator of change, evolution, which I appreciate Katya saying that I'm a thought leader. I'm still adjusting to that title because I didn't look at myself that way. I've always been a student of other teachers of that. But it's kind of that thing. Yeah, I'm a pot stirrer. Yeah, stir the pot. Let's make things happen. And it's the truth. I mean, my centered work in my life is I'm a relationship expert, a teacher and a guide, and help people find their mission and purpose in life. And that was because some teachers inspired me. Because even though I've had 9 careers, or I'm in my 9th career now, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thought leader in relationships, I like that. I appreciate it. I've been on the personal growth journey for over 30 years. I've been in seminars, teachings, trainings, retreats, workshops, etc., since 1984. So I've been on this path of growth, of learning, of evolution, of discovery for a long time. And it actually made working as an employee harder and harder because I kept seeing 2 sides to my life. And that was the dance I went through. And so it wasn't so much inspiration in some ways as frustration, because my ability to survive and serve in the corporate environment was not fitting so well because the mindlessness, the mindlessness and the lack of passion were driving me crazy. In fact, in one place I was working, just to do an example, I was actually a contractor in the computer industry. This is back in the early 80s when there was mainframes and punch cards and all that crappy stuff, before there were smartphones and all the technology we have nowadays. And I was working in LA at the time, and all the people I was working with were doing cocaine, because that was the big thing in the middle 80s. And I couldn't. I just innately was not drawn to that. In fact, I was averse to that. And for me, truthfully, thank you, sir, I appreciate that. For me personally, I saw a split in the road, a clear division, because I knew if I went with the path they were going through, yes, I'd make lots of money, because that's what they're doing, making pretty good money, but I would be so soul-sucked, I would hate it, and I would be hating myself as well. And thankfully, because I had already had my feet planted in the personal growth industry, I took a different path into a different arena, and slowly but surely found my way into the world I'm in now. And what I do now is really driven by innate passion, but also those 30 years of study. Because along the way, I've had 16 years as a licensed spiritual counselor. I've got a master's degree in spiritual psychology. Hey, Donna, nice to have you in the scope. And I've had lots of different backgrounds that have added to what I do now. None of that stuff would have really fitted my corporate environment. So having had the 8 careers before this one is where I've really stepped into my being an entrepreneur, living my own life as a coach, speaker, teacher, guide. So, yeah. So it's definitely something that I speak to passionately because I'm very passionate about people living their truth and their innate nature in the world. And I know that's probably where I'm going in my work next, to be more of an inspiration in that area. So being branded a thought leader in the area of relationships is wonderful, so I appreciate that. At the same time, I'm really an instigator of change and passionate devotee to help everybody live their truth, whether it is in corporate or not. So what inspired me to be an entrepreneur is really the dissatisfaction, the discomfort with the structure as it was, because I didn't fit. I lived in 4 countries. I've been in different places. I've learned what does work and doesn't work for me to a degree. And even though this business has not yet returned the rewards financially that I know I'm going to be attracting, it's fulfilled my heart more than anything else. And that's really what I believe that being an entrepreneur is really about. So thank you, Kechi. I appreciate you promoting that. It's absolutely, for me, what drives my work is my satisfaction of being able to touch people's lives in a positive way, to inspire, to evoke, to motivate, to provoke change. That's what drives me. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why I love helping my clients, because when I see them choose life differently from a higher place, that's more rewarding than any paycheck would be. And the thing is, many people will go to work into a 9 to 5 routine because they want stability. Being an entrepreneur is not a place to be if you want to be stable. Definitely not. Definitely not. It's absolutely about being authentic, and ideally tied to your innate willing. Hey, Larry, good to have you in the scope. Yeah, stability sucks, right? And that's the thing. Being an entrepreneur is not stable. Being an entrepreneur is really jumping off the cliff and trusting your wings will open before you land, you know? So, whoa, happy birthday to you. Nice to have you here. I love it. There's Larry going off with his great little hypes and stuff. So that's what I'll speak to, is that what inspired me to be an entrepreneur also was that I knew I had wings I wasn't unfurling. There's a metaphor for you, that I was heading towards that cliff, and I knew that if I dug my heels in and stopped running, I'd miss out. I'd be disappointed. That I would be in a routine, and yes, a rut, that would be soul-sucking. And for many people in the corporate world, or in the manufacturing environment, or in some sort of job environment, they're doing it as a means to an end, but they never see the end of it. It's just a means, and their soul gets sucked out of them in service to something greater that's not theirs. Okay, Ketchy, yeah, Ketchy's up next. She's up, in fact, in 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. And that is such a sad thing to watch. I was there for more than 20 years, and I know what it feels like, and I will never go back to it. So for the rest of my life, I'm planning to be an entrepreneur. And for me, an entrepreneur, for me, means being self-driven and also being aligned to that truth. 3 minutes, thank you for that, Tamara. And it's that drive. For me, it's about, in a way, service, about being driven to do something else. Yes, I'm in Los Angeles. That really makes a difference. And that's the passion, that's the mission, that's the vocation. And for me, entrepreneurship is that passion, as Cindy was talking about earlier, to really express and be able to function in a way that serves. Because my job isn't 9 to 5, it's 24/7. You know, I send emails out to my email list at like 3 in the morning sometimes. But that's because I'm driven by an innate passion, not because I'm hitting a deadline that my bosses have demanded of me. That's key. So I want to make sure that you get, for you, what aligns for you, whether you want to be an entrepreneur or if you want to be an employee or something else. And that's really your choice. Simple as that. I mean, you can be in the box, because that fits you and it's safe and secure in the box, or you can blow it up. It's always a choice. And for some people, being an entrepreneur is an experiment that doesn't work and they want to go back, and that's okay. I just know for myself, and for some of you watching this, I know you too, that being an entrepreneur is the only way to live. It's the only way to serve, it's the only way to work, it's the only way to be in the world. And that's okay. So I want to say that. And before I sign off, because I've got like a minute left, I'm just going to show you the running order again for round 2. So bear with the screen. Again, this is Perry 30K Share-a-thon, round 2. And who we got coming up after me is Ketchy. Is coming up next. Exactly, Donna. Yeah, the only way to live. That's true. Followed by Mike Broadwell, who's an awesome coach as well. Timby Terrell, Dirty Southern. And then Christy Thao. Is that Christy Tao? I hope I'm saying it right. She's coming up next, and I haven't seen Christy before, so it's going to be good to see her on the scope. So that's the next, basically the next 50 minutes of us ahead. So, there you are. There's Christy. I was looking to see you. So you're the one that's going to be, make sure I follow you because I didn't see you before. There you go. All right. So, Ketchy's going live any second now, so I'm waiting to see somebody that posts that she's live. I'm going to go and follow her. Thanks for watching my scope. Thanks for following me always. ATL? What was ATL? Is that Atlanta? Or, I know ATL stands for something else. I didn't know what that was, Donna. Oh, was that one of your abbreviations you mistyped? Shortcut failure. That's what I thought. I suspected as much. Love it, Donna. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. And I'll see you on the scope after Ketchy. So, ready to go. It's not live yet. Okay, well, I'll keep going. Just thank you. Donna is a rock star. She's awesome. I love Donna. She's one of my favorite followers, and she scopes. I didn't see her scopes as much, unfortunately. I'm feeling a bit one-sided. She watches more of my scopes than I see hers, but that's the way it is. But she's one of the awesome. Okay, Ketchy, yes. And she's one of the awesome Perigos. All right, so we're going to watch Ketchy next. So follow me to follow her. See you on her scope. Thanks for watching, and go Perry 10K. Bye.